morning, and thank you so much for joining us on After GMS, or what we should call the After Super Bowl edition of After GMS, because who wants to take a nap? Okay.
I do.
Well, that's every day. Exactly. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Tracy McCain here with Megan Millera, Stacey Spivey, and a wide awake Ed Matthews.
Oh, yeah, wide awake. Wide awake because I'm in 20-degree weather out here. That'll keep you awake. Come on out. I'll prove it to you. That and a big fat cup of coffee this morning. Look at these low temperatures around the area this morning. 24 the low in Greensboro, but Martinsville and Reedsville down to 20. 23 in Danville for the low. Winston-Salem and also Asheboro down to 25. 26 the low in Burlington. Mount Airy down to 24. Beautiful Wilkesboro down to 23. And we went down into the mid and upper teens out over the Blue Ridge. Boone 16 this morning. In Galax, Virginia, the low was 19. Now, the sun's going to warm us up. It's going to be a nice day on our way to right around 50, but clouds roll back in tonight. Very small rain chance tomorrow and Wednesday. Really more clouds than anything else. But 54, we'll take that in February. That's our high on Tuesday, a cooler 48 on Wednesday. Right now, based on model data, it looks as though the better chance of more widespread rain comes our way on Thursday and into Friday morning. We'll work real hard this week to try to dry it out just in time for the weekend.
Dry it up and warm it up to 60. How about that?
Oh, what about 70 or 80? What?
Yeah.
Hey, if I'm working to do that, let's just go for the top. Yeah.
All right, that's fine. No one's complaining. All right, so we talked about this right at the top of our show here. It is the Monday after the big game. Of course, all anyone is talking about is Super Bowl 55. So, Stacey, lots of buzz online this morning. Who and what are they talking about?
Well, they're talking about Tom Brady and the Bucs, of course. He was smashing records and he won his 7th Super Bowl title. The Tampa Bay Bucks beat the Kansas City Chiefs 31-9 in their home stadium in Tampa. From the game and the celebration to the commercials. While several big brands skipped the ads this year, several celebrity appearances did grab attention, like Drake in a State Farm commercial. He became Drake from State Farm instead of Jake from State Farm. And then Bruce Springsteen in a Jeep commercial. And of course, the halftime show is always a big talker. The Weeknd performed some of his biggest hits, starting his set in the stands before ending on the field with dozens of dancers. So we want to know, what did you think of the game? What was your favorite part? Or did you sleep through it like many of us did? Let us know in the comments section below. I will have to admit, guys, so I did watch all the beginning performances, America the Beautiful sung by her, and then also the national anthem with Eric Church and Jasmine Sullivan, which was phenomenal. And then I watched kickoff, and then I thought, yeah, I think it's time for me to go to bed. But as soon as I woke up this morning, I had to watch the Weeknd's performance, which I was very impressed by. And I just thought that, you know, he did a great job given the circumstances of doing a performance in the COVID era. Also love some of his songs, and he has a really great voice, so I really enjoyed that. And then also seeing all the memes from his performance as well this morning made me laugh.
Yeah, I too had to watch that this morning because I went to bed right about halftime, but I thought he did a nice job. It was family friendly. Loved the national anthem duet. That was beautiful, so kind of unexpected. It was just so different from what has been done in years past, a different rendition of the famous Star Spangled Banner. But I really liked the commercials this year, some of which I did have to watch this morning. In a recap, the Toyota one, which had nothing to do with cars, by the way, was so inspirational. It was about a Paralympic swimmer who has overcome a lot of adversity to get to where she is. I thought that was so touching. Toyota has partnered, as I learned, with the Paralympics, which is why they featured her in their ad. A couple of ads made me laugh out loud. Sam Adams obviously poking fun at Budweiser, but the Clydesdales went rogue in that commercial, and I got a good chuckle out of that. So yeah, and Huggies, Tracy, I don't know if you saw the Huggies one. It featured babies, and there was a last-minute edit because they included babies born yesterday morning in the commercial. Pretty cool.
Oh, that's pretty neat.
Oh, wow.
No, I missed actually all the commercials. I didn't see not a one. I realized that with 2 children, that during the commercials, you want to be active with them and doing other things, because otherwise you're just watching a television the whole time. So during the commercial breaks, we played with puzzles, or like went into the kitchen to get a snack, or did something else so that they wouldn't mind that I was watching a game on television when it really counted. So I didn't watch any of the commercials, but my husband and I put our kids together to bed at halftime, so they got to stay up a little late. So we recorded the halftime show, ran it back, and the whole time we were like, does this seem long to you? So we like fast forward it. It's like the first time ever fast forwarding a halftime show. I know, it just seemed longer, and it got confusing because there were lots of things happening, but yeah, it was interesting. It was interesting. I'm not like as much of a fan of it as Stacy was, but I agree with Megan. It was family friendly. No one was undressed, and that we can all agree is a win.
Yeah, and Matthews chuckled at that.
I tell you what, I just like the football. I thought it was great. It took a little while for the Bucs to score their first touchdown, but once they did, my confidence level went way up. And I watched a little bit of, watched the full first quarter and then a little bit of the second quarter, and I looked over on the couch next to me, and Rio was sound asleep.
Aww.
And I said, I think it's time to go to bed. So I missed the halftime part, but I hear it was real good, and you guys talking about it being family friendly, and I think that's a good thing because there were a lot of kids checking out the ball game last night as well.
All right, Stacy, what are some people saying on our Facebook feed about their favorite parts of the game, favorite commercials?
Well, Bobby said, I liked the entire Super Bowl last night. He said, I'm not hard to please, LOL. So he had a great time last night. Joe said she enjoyed the Bud Light commercial, and she said one other one. I guess she couldn't remember which one it was. Trish loved the national anthem, which I have to agree was just amazing. So different than what we've seen in the past. And then Joe said, yes, Bucks win. So she was happy about that big win this morning, and then some other people just weighing in that they didn't watch last night. So yeah, I mean, I didn't really either, so I can't say anything else.
All right, let's get to the morning headlines then, and we'll come back to this conversation momentarily. There are several opportunities to try to get scheduled for a COVID-19 vaccine in the Triad this week. This morning, both Alamance County and Davidson County are opening new appointments. These are for anyone in Group 2, so healthcare workers who have not already been vaccinated or 65 and up. Guilford County will schedule new appointments tomorrow morning. We have information about how to call or schedule an appointment online, posted on WFMYnews2.com. Look for our county-by-county vaccination guide. A new relief program is launching for non-Greensboro Guilford County residents today. It is aimed at helping those who are struggling to make ends meet because of the pandemic. So in order to qualify, you'll need the documents listed on your screen to apply. And then to qualify, your household income needs to be at or below 80% of the area's average income. The program also requires at least one person in the household either qualify for unemployment, has had an income reduced, or has some other financial hardship. The city of Greensboro is also working on a rental assistance program, but those applications are not yet ready just yet.
Well, we celebrate love this month, but it's also a time to have a serious conversation with your teenager about healthy relationships. February is Teen Dating Violence Awareness and Prevention Month, and WFMY News 2's Candace Red talked with the experts about how to spot the warning signs and get your teenagers help.
Teen dating violence is common. It affects millions of teens each year right here in the U.S. Well, let's take a closer look at the numbers. According to the CDC, nearly 1 in 11 female and 1 in 15 male high school students have experienced physical dating violence in the last year. Teen dating violence includes 4 types of behavior: physical, sexual, psychological, and stalking. Statistics show victims of teen dating violence are more likely to experience symptoms of depression and anxiety or engage in unhealthy behaviors. That includes using tobacco, drugs, and alcohol. Others might exhibit harmful behaviors such as lying, stealing, bullying, hitting, or thoughts of suicide. Well, Sergeant Dale Nix is with the Greensboro Police Department's Family Victims Unit. He says parents should know the warning signs of an unhealthy relationship involving their teen.
What parents need to look out for is the modification, the changing of a child's behavior. Clothing changes can be utilized to hide or obscure injuries. Grades inevitably always fail when it comes to any kind of abusive relationship because they can't focus on their work.
If you're a parent and think your teen is involved in an abusive or unhealthy relationship, police suggest do not judge. Instead, you might want to consider sitting down and talking with your teen. If they don't feel comfortable talking with you, then help them find another trusted adult. For more details on this story, visit our website, WFMYnews2.com.
The Guilford County School Board will revisit re-entry for middle and high school students this week. Last month, board members voted to delay re-entry for grades 6 and up for at least 3 weeks. And that brings us to this week, giving them plenty of time to look at the county health data, including case numbers, testing plans, and vaccine doses available. The school board meeting is set for tomorrow night at 6. Of course, we'll keep you updated. All right, let's get back to our big conversation this morning, the big game, the Super Bowl last night. Stacey, it's having an impact on some people's normal Monday morning routine.
Oh yeah, the time card system. Kronos says last year 17 million Americans either took a sick day or vacation day the Monday after the Super Bowl, and some even said today should be a holiday, a national holiday. So we asked you, what's your Monday like today? Should today be a day off for everyone? And one viewer texted us saying, why not move the Super Bowl to Saturday? Then you'd have all day Sunday to recoup. I'm going to work, by the way. Another said, yes, they're working today. And this person writes, yes, Super Bowl Monday should be a holiday. People are already talking about this on our stream. Of course, we all showed up to work today. We didn't really have a choice. Taran just so happens to be off on Mondays, lucky dog. But, you know, if I was in a different career setting, I might consider, yeah, the national holiday the Monday after the Super Bowl would be great, but I've always thought that the Super Bowl should be on a Saturday because then everyone can celebrate all weekend long and then have all day Sunday to recover and recoup. What do y'all think?
Yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily think the day after the Super Bowl should be a national holiday because where would you draw the line? Is the day after the Stanley Cup a national holiday? What about the World Series? What about the NBA championships? I mean, it just continues. There has to be a precedent set somewhere. However, if you're going to use your own choice to take a paid vacation day, just let your boss know. I think that's the respectful thing to do in advance. And if you want to take the Monday after the Super Bowl off, that should be fine. I do agree with something a viewer wrote way farther up in our conversation about how the time of the game should be in the afternoon, regardless of what coast the host city is in as far as time zones. I do think an afternoon game would be much more ideal for families, and that might solve all of these problems getting to work the next day. Tracy?
I don't believe it should be a national holiday, but then again, I also feel like one of our most valued and sacred things in this country is election and election day. And if the day after election day isn't a national holiday, then what else should be, you know? And so, I mean, I'm just saying, I mean, it's one thing to watch a game, and there's certain people who never watch football and are not interested in it at all. Looking at some of the comments on our page here, a lot of people did not watch the game yesterday and didn't feel like they missed anything at all. So I think to like say it's a national mandated holiday is a little bit of a stretch, but you know, maybe moving the game up a little bit would be good. I love the fact that our employers give us time off usually for days that, you know, we want to take. So, you know, it's always a consideration. It would be interesting to see how many people call in sick though today.
Ed Matthews, you're not calling in sick.
Oh no, I would never. Well, you see, I would be so guilt-ridden. I would be even more sick just from that. Don't think it should be a holiday the day after. I got enough days off because I've been here for what 100 years. But
yes, you do.
I do, Megan. I like your idea of moving the game back to the afternoon. I think that's a wonderful idea, and I think you really need to call the officials and let them know of your great idea, or have it on Saturday, as Stacy said, and make it a Super Bowl weekend. I would be completely open to either one of those. Certainly the one where the game starts around 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and you know, it's not playing until well into the evening. That way kids have an opportunity to stay up and watch the full game rather than, you know, having to go to bed early. And then people like us that get up early, you know, I crashed in the second quarter. So I think that's a great idea. Let's move forward with it. What do you say?
Hey, got to give the credit, Stacy, to the viewer who wrote it on our feed about that afternoon game. What else are people suggesting?
Yeah, that afternoon game, that's a great idea as well. I hadn't thought about that. Well, Heather said today is her overtime day, so she's only working 4 hours until noon. I said, that's nice. And then Nadine said, I'm working, but struggling. Bobby said, I'm working, but I feel fine this morning, even though I stayed up late. Jason says, working today, well, at least my body is there, but it's like that most of the time. Mentally, I'm somewhere warm. Yeah, I think we all are this morning. And then Joe is lucky. She said she is off today. She's going to pick up a new truck. So that's exciting stuff there. But also people are making me laugh on here. Talking about Tracy, she put, I'm working today and tagged me in it. I said, I'm so proud of you. And then Jason said, are you really working? Are you there just so you don't get fined? Okay, Marshawn Lynch.
I don't get that connection, but we don't get fined. Oh. We get told to never come back. So,
well, you know, so Marshawn Lynch, he said he was like it was like a press conference a few years ago, and these reporters kept asking him questions, and he just kept saying, I'm just here so I don't get fined. And it was just a thing, and it was funny.
Well, Ed Matthews would be here, rain or shine, snow or not, delivering the forecast, and this is kind of a weird week for weather in the Triad, Ed.
Well, I'll tell you what, I stayed up an extra hour and a half last night. But not dragging here in the garden. There's just no way I can fall asleep in 20-degree weather. We went down to 24 at PTI this morning, and it's still frosty out here, even though the sun is out and temperatures will move on up. We're on our way to right around 50 today. It's going to be a beautiful day. Now, clouds roll in tonight, very small rain chances tomorrow and especially Wednesday. Up about 54 tomorrow, a cooler 48 coming up on Wednesday. Right now it looks as though our best shot of more widespread measurable rain will come our way on Thursday and into the first half of Friday. 45 the high on Thursday and back up near 50 for the high on Friday.
All right, we are counting on you to deliver those 60s and 70s since you brought it up, Ed Matthews.
I'm working on it. I'm working overtime.
Maybe March?
Probably.
I noticed you didn't say a time on that.
Yeah, no time restraints on that. I doubt it will happen in the month of February, but we can always hope.
We certainly can. And happy birthday to Lisa, who is tuning in on our feed. Hope you have a great day. Thank you all for joining us here for After GMS. We do this every weekday at 7:45 on the News 2 Facebook page. Hope you have a great rest of your day.
Enjoy, everybody. See you here tomorrow.